Alexander Volkanovski versus Ilia Topuria. What happened in this fight? Well, in round one, Alexander Volkanovski landed many kicks and took control of that round. And Ilia Topuria didn't let his hands go in round one, which gave Alexander Volkanovski the chance to outland him in the first round. But then Ilia Topuria started letting his hands go and landed a combination which knocked out Alexander Volkanovski in round two. Now, let me remind you, Alexander Volkanovski just got knocked out by Islam Makhachev in round one, and now he got knocked out by Ilia Topuria in round two. So I truly believe that it's time for Alexander Volkanovski to retire at 35 years old. But Ilia Topuria, his future looks great, and I'll tell you why. Because after this great performance, it looks like he could go up in weight and fight Islam Makhachev and give him a run for his money.
Now, was it not clear from the start that this was going to happen, as everybody was talking about Topuria was going to follow Conor McGregor's steps and the history was going to repeat itself, along with the fact that everybody considered Alexander Volkanovski to be old, as he is 35, and Topuria was obviously the younger fighter, as he's 27 years old. And it's crazy that Volkanovski was known as the guy who dominated the whole featherweight division, as he beat all the top guys, and he still got knocked out by Topuria, who most considers to just be another guy just with a lot of power and with better boxing skills. Now, I'm very curious what has happened to Alexander Volkanovski, because like I brought up, he beat all the top guys in his weight division that he needed to beat, to the point where it only makes sense for him to go up in weight and fight Islam Makhachev, in which he did, but then he lost a very close fight. But then he went on to fight number 2 ranked Yair Rodriguez, in which he won by knockout. So everything was good. No hope was lost for Alexander Volkanovski, even though he lost to Islam the first time, but then he lost to Islam the second time by knockout. But again, it was on a 10-day notice. But now that he lost to Ilia Topuria, somebody who's in his weight division, just tells me that Alexander Volkanovski is no longer in his prime. So in the end, I wanted to see Ilia Topuria do what most weren't ready for, and that was to beat Alexander Volkanovski and become champion. But at the same time, we have to give Alexander Volkanovski some respect, because he is still one of the top tier guys in that weight division.